Hey, how's everybody? Today we're going to do some chicken parm with spaghetti. Have all your stuff together. Make sure you got your gloves because poultry is a real thing and you don't want to cross-contaminate anything. First thing we're going to do, we're going to put some oil in our pan. Olive oil in our pan to start. Doesn't need a whole lot. Just enough to cover the bottom, coat the bottom, cover the bottom. All right. Now we're gonna get our chicken cutlet out. We're gonna pound this out, make it nice and flat, so we get a nice surface. Okay. When you're pounding the meat out, you gotta spray water on the plastic wrap, because if you don't, you're gonna have a problem. All right, let's take this off because I don't want to mess this part up. Spray some water on this. Here we go. Because when you're pounding it out, you want to, pounding it out, just want to go nice and easy. Take your time, it's not a rush. Get it nice and flat. It takes a little time, but it's worth it in the end. You'll really enjoy it. Enjoy what you eat. Sometimes cooking is not a race. It's a marathon. And you can do this in advance. You don't have to wait until the day you're gonna cook it. It takes a little time. And you're not trying to take any aggression out like you're mad at your spouse or something. Just want to be real nice and gentle. Like I said, take your time. And you see how it's sliding off it because of the water, and that's what helps you get the surface. Of course, you know the meatiest part is going to take the longest, but that's okay. Just be patient and take your time with it. The end result is worth it. You may need a little more water, no problem. Just spray it. It's not affecting your product. Only helping you do what you need to do. Don't have one of these, real easy to get one. Go to any store that carries kitchen products. They're not that expensive, and you can tenderize meat with it as well. That's what the other side is for. This side here. That helps you tenderize it. Like you want to do some beef or something like that, and you want to tenderize it. The recipe calls for tenderizing. Then you flip it to the other side and you pound it. Same thing though, don't go crazy. You don't want to pulverize it, you just want to tenderize it. Remember how big this was when we first started? How high it was? You see how nice and low it's become? And you're almost done. A little more, just this top piece, because that's the biggest piece. Alright, so now you see our cutlet is nice and pounded out. It's nice and thin. So we're ready to go. Now we're going to put together the wet team. Wet team first are our eggs. Got 3 eggs. Let's put this butter to go over here. When you crack eggs, don't crack it on the side of the bowl. Crack it on the surface here, because you don't want your shell in the egg inside your mix. Especially if you're going to eat eggs. That's an egg wash. That's good. I'm gonna add a little salt. Pepper. That's pretty much gonna be it. I think we got enough of that. Thing here. We're gonna add some breadcrumbs here. So we got our wet team, dry team. Now we're gonna put this in the egg wash, both sides. Then it's going in the breadcrumbs. This will make it adhere nice, give you a nice crust when you're gonna eat it, you know, when you're gonna fry it. There you go. So I'm gonna show you the wet team and the dry team one more time. So here you go. You're gonna drop your cutlet in the egg wash, then drop it in the breadcrumbs. By the way, these are seasoned breadcrumbs. They're like got a little hot and spicy thing going on here. I like spicy foods. So, but, you know, that's your preference. All right. This is the last one. Little piece here. That'll be like your taste tester. You always gotta taste your food. If you don't taste it, you don't know whether it's good or bad. All right. Now, on to our our spaghetti water on. Now, I don't know about you people, but when you're doing spaghetti, you have to season your water. Once it comes to a boil, you gotta add salt, liberal amount of salt. Should have got the salt out earlier. It's okay. You want to add a liberal amount of salt, and you want to add some olive oil to it. This way your pasta don't stick. Read the directions. It says 9 minutes. That should be good. You have a nice al dente pasta. Okay? Now, we're gonna throw these bad boys in. Alright. Now, this is just gonna give it some added flavor. The butter, that's what the butter is. It's mainly the olive oil. But the butter is going to give it a little more flavor. Let's grab our tongs. And this size pan here, we can do probably two of them at a time. We're close to it. All right? So here we go. Here's the first one. And don't keep messing with it. We'll do those two together. Figure about 5 minutes each side should be good. And again, see, I ain't messing with it. Let it do its thing. That's its job. You got it just like you got a job, it has a job. Let it do its job. That's why you bought it.
If you keep messing with it, what will happen?
If you keep messing with it, it's not going to come out right. It'll come out right, but you don't need to mess with it. Let the pan do its thing. That's its job. Just like you got a job, it has a job. Let him do his job. Matter of fact, let's put our broiler on here because we're going to use our broiler. Put it on low. Now we're going to flip. Nice and easy. Now it's got a nice golden color to it. It's really nice. And again, let it do its thing. Oh, there we go. Now, our pasta water, he's doing pretty good. That's what. He's doing pretty good. Got something to put this in here. Perfect thing to put it. Ready to come out now. See? Got a nice crisp on it. Now we're gonna give this a little minute so the oil heats back up. But while that's doing that, remember what I told you. Liberal amount of salt in your pasta water, because you don't get a chance to salt this again. Let's be clear here. And you can't salt pasta. Alright? Some olive oil. I use a little squeeze bottle. I know this is olive oil because I use this quite often. There you go. So now that's it. Alright? Let me throw pasta in a second. here. Let's put this down. No. And that'll be our little taster. Okay, now. So that's all good. Now, I'm gonna throw our pasta in. Pasta always has a little thing, it tells you how to cook it. Blah, 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 blah. When you put it in, you gotta give it a quick stir. As soon as you put it in. All right.
You doing veggie pasta?
Yes. You can use whatever pasta you want. Me, myself, I prefer the veggie or the whole wheat pastas. I think they have a little more flavor. Just my preference. You can use whatever you choose. That's what I like to use. And for all you people that don't know, this is a spaghetti thing. Spaghetti spoon. This will help you get your spaghetti out when you're ready to get it out. All right, so now we're gonna get rid of our oil because we don't need that any longer. Remember, we put this in our, we're gonna put this in the oven so we can melt the cheese that we're gonna put on
The pan?
here. Yeah, the pan and everything's going in it.
Okay.
That's why you got to, you have to have an oven safe pan. That pan can hold up to 500 degrees. Made sure I checked all that out before I bought it. Now, I'm going to do it a different way, as a matter of fact. So I'm going to make it easier. I'm going to put these back in here. So, that's okay. It's not really, really cooked. Might be a little warm, but it's okay. It's not going to burn. Taste the piece there. Now we're going to put our cheese on here. You want to put a liberal amount of cheese. Don't be skimpy. That's good. Add a little sauce to the top. Watch yourself. Let's get my ladle for this. I didn't really give you anything about the sauce. The sauce is my own technically my own little blend. I didn't make it, but I made a blend of it. It's a marinara and a meat sauce mixed together. I like the combination. Gives it a nice flavor. And you can use it on pizza. Also, I seasoned it up with a little salt, garlic, onion, and some sugar. Sugar takes some of the acid away. Not a whole lot of sugar, just a little bit of sugar. I'm gonna take a bite of that acid off for you. Bam, we're good. Spaghetti's almost ready to come out. This is gonna take about 5 minutes, maybe a little longer, not much. And we'll be ready to go. Also, if you wanna put more sauce on it once it comes out, you can. Not, it's your preference. Okay, and that's it. We're ready to pull this out. This is what we're talking about. Look at it. Look at that.
Mm-mm.
And again, you gotta have a oven safe. You want to go from the stove top to the oven. It needs to be an oven safe pan. This is an oven safe pan. It'll say it on the packaging, wherever you get it from. This pan wasn't that expensive. It was like 35 bucks. But you see it holds everything in it. Sometimes spend a little bit, but you get a whole lot out of it. And you know you're going to get multiple uses out of it, especially if you like to cook. You can use this for a whole lot of stuff. You could probably even make a paella in here. I'm not a seafood person, but I know what a paella is. So we're going to grab our plate. I'm going to put in a whole lot of pasta. A little nest of pasta here. Grab our tongs. We're not even gonna go big. We're gonna go like a medium piece. Chicken parm here. We can add a little more sauce. On the spaghetti. Throw a little on this. And we're good to go. See, you got the mozzarella pulled in. And there you have it. That's your chicken parm and spaghetti. It's nice and hot and fresh. Let me grab a knife and fork so we can test it out. I don't want you to think I don't eat my own food.
Oh, you can see the steam coming off of it. It looks good.
Get rid of my toothpick. I'll need that afterwards, maybe. You see how nice that looks inside?
Really good?
Well worth it. Pound that out. It ain't like the chicken parm that our mom made back in the days. She didn't pound out the chicken cutlet. You just got a cutlet. This is well worth it. A little more time, a little more effort, but well worth it. All right, that's it.